All right, Shalom. From the phone, we'll give our praise, glory, and honor to you. How about Shemi Awashai, by Hashem Habakak Kodash Bakathum. Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone, to all I can across the globe. Preaching word, truth, and straight. I want to say Shalom. It's our day now from the great millstone camp of Chicago. Here we see you have another train derailment in Minnesota. All right. And this one was containing ethanol and corn syrup. All right. And I'm going to read a little bit of the article. Um, and we're going to get a couple of precepts of the witness lesson edifying. So a train hauling ethanol and corn syrup derailed and caught fire in Minnesota early Thursday, and nearby residents were ordered to evacuate their homes. Authorities said the BNSF train derailed in the town of Raymond, roughly 100 miles west of Minneapolis, at about 1 a.m., according to a statement from Kandiyohi County Sheriff Eric Tollefson. All right, and this has been going on for quite some time now. A brother put in a group the other day about the amount of train derailments. They're not uncommon, but the fact that they're being more hazardous is what's the problem. All right, you have these chemicals seeping into the groundwater. You have these chemicals evaporating and dissipating into the air. All right, into the atmosphere, and people are breathing these harmful chemicals. All right, the reason, I didn't say the reason, but one of the reasons why Esau stepping things up because his CVID didn't take out as many people as he wanted to. All right, they are they're in the midst of a depopulation. They're in the midst of a transition of government, so to speak, into trying to introduce the New World Order, the NWO. All right, you got the dollar is gone and buried. All right, you got even Jamaica and the Bahamas going off the dollar, man, or going off the dollar. All right, so the derailing of the infrastructure, the devaluing of the dollar, all right, it all coincides with the agenda, all right, of the world banks and the bankers. Okay, and these train derailments are just tools of their destruction. All right, to infect numerous of people. Okay, and the devil is going to come out and show us horns, man. All right, he's going to use all types of things, viruses and poisons and vaccinations and genetically modified organisms and stuff like that to control the population. Now I had Googled the harmful effect. I couldn't open up another tab on my phone of ethanol. It says, this was the one I looked at. Let me see if I can get to the history. We'll just go read this. It said repeated contact can dry the skin, resulting in skin cracking, peeling, and itching. Liver and cardiovascular disease, cancer, nervous system damage as well as psychiatric problems such as depression, anxiety, and antisocial personality disorder. I believe you're going to say disorder. All right. Ingesting ethanol can cause mood changes, slower reaction time, uncoordinated movement, slurred speech, and nausea. All right. So these chemicals that are being loaded on these trains are harmful, and they can affect, all right, the population. All right. And Esau is the the forerunner in this, you know, and you couple that with the and corn syrup too. And corn syrup is damn near in almost every product. All right, it's in your pop, it's in your candies, it's in your sweets. All right, you know, so that's probably like a good thing. You know, corn syrup is gonna be, you know, but the point being is that corn syrup is still not good for you. It's artificially made, you know, and when it comes to the ethanol, you know, you can use that for gas, you know, and with that seeping into the air and the atmosphere, and you know, to the well water, the groundwater, all right, it's gonna affect certain people, man, and it's just gonna be a matter of time, all right, you know, with the direction of the winds and the saturation of the when the rain comes, it's gonna saturate into the ground and get into the sewer systems and things like that. It's gonna affect a lot of wildlife. It's gonna affect a lot of communities. All right. So this Revelation 11:18, if the nations were angry and thy wrath has come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged. All right, and we're getting close to the judgment of the dead, which are these other nations, the heathen nations. And thou that shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them, which destroy the earth, man. All right, and this is another a way that Esau destroying the earth by these trail derailments. Okay, I don't know if it's strategically, you know, just strategically planned or something like or whatever, but there's nothing that's coincidental. Okay, and with him destroying the earth like this, the Lord's going to recompense this man, man. All right, because he's going to have a lot of, you know, because these things can cause birth defects. All right, you know, and Esau's whole thing is to depopulate the earth, man. You know, just might beware the wiles of the devil. You know, and the wild is a trick, man. We got to understand that we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. You know, we know his end game is to kill as many people as possible before the Lord comes back. All right, but he's not going to be able to do that, you know. With that, I'm going to say shalom.